ツマンおじ今日のニュースを読みます。Fortune. Bosses are fighting a new battles in the RTO wars. It's not about where you work, but when you work. By Nick Richenberg, January 4th, 2026. For the last 3 years, the corporate world has been locked in a territorial dispute. The return to office RTO war were defined by geography, the home versus the headquarters. But as 2025 unfolded, the frontline shifted. According to a commercial real estate giant JLL's Workforce Preference Barometer 2025, the most critical conflict between employers and employees is no longer about location. It is about time. While structured hybrid policies have become the norm, with 66% of global office workers reporting clear expectations on which day to attend, a new disconnect has emerged. Employees have largely accepted the where, but they are aggressively demanding autonomy over the when. The report highlights a fundamental change in employee priority. Work-life balance has overtaken salary as the leading priority for office workers globally, cited by 65% of respondents, up from 59% in 2022. This statistic underscores a profound shift in needs. Employees are looking for management of time over place. While high salaries remain the top reason people switch jobs, the ability to control their schedule is the primary reason they stay. The report noted employees are seeking agency over when and how they work, and their desire for temporal autonomy is reshaping the talent market. Although JLL did not dive into the phenomena of coffee badging, its findings align with the practice of hybrid workers stretching the boundary of office attendance. The phase, meaning when the worker badges in just long enough to have proverbial cup of coffee before commuting somewhere else to keep working remotely, vividly illustrated how the goalposts have shifted from where to when. Gartner reported 60% of employers were tracking employees as of 2022, twice as many as before the pandemic. The flexibility gaps. JLL's data reveals significant flexibility gaps. 57% of employees believe flexible working hours would improve their quality of life, yet only 49% currently have access to this benefit. The gap is particularly dangerous for employers, JLL said, arguing it believes the psychological contract between the worker and employee is at risk. While salary and flexibility remains fundamental to retention, JLL said its survey of 8,700 workers across the 71 countries reveals a deeper psychological contract. Workers today want to be visible, valued, and prepared for the future. Around 1 in 3 say they could leave for better career development or reskilling opportunity, while the same proportion is re-evaluating the role of work in their lives, JLL argued. Recognition, emotional well-being, and a clear sense of purpose are new crucial for long-term retention. The report warns that where this contract is broken, employees stop engaging, and start seeking compensation through the increased commuting stipend and flexible hours. The urgency for time flexibility is being driven by crisis of exhaustion. Nearly 40% of global office workers report feeling overwhelmed, and burnout has become a serious threat to employers' operations. The link between rigid schedule and attrition is clear. Among the employees considering quitting the next 12 months, 57% report suffering from burnout. For caregivers are the squeezed middle of the workforce, standard hybrid policies are insufficient. 42% of caregivers require a short notice paid leave to manage their lives, yet they often feel their constraints are poorly understood and supported at all. To survive this new battle, the report suggests the companies must abandon one-size-fits-all approach. Successful organizations are moving toward tailored flexibility, which emphasize autonomy of working hours rather than just counting days at a desk. This shift even impacts the physical office building to support the workforces to support a workforce that operate on a synchronous schedule. Office must adapt with extended access hour, smarting lighting, and space booking system that support flexible work patterns rather than rigid 9 to 5 routine. Management guru Suzy Welch, however, warned it may be an uphill battle for employers to find burnout cure. The New York University professor who spent 7 years as a management consultant at Bain & Co. before joining Harvard Business Review in 2001, later serving as editor-in-chief, told the Master of Scale podcast in September, burnout is existential and generational. The 66-year-old Welch argued burnout is linked to hope, and current generations have reason to lack this. We believe that if you work hard, you are rewarded for it. And so this is the disconnect, she said. Expanding on the theme, she added, Gen Z think, yeah, I watched that happen to my parents' career, and I watched what happened to my older sister's career, and they worked very hard and they still got laid off. JAL's worldwide survey suggests this message has resonated for workers globally. They shouldn't give up too much of their time because it just may not be rewarded. 以上です。